Guru Preeta Alva, Mr. Arun Shetty, all the dignitaries on the dais, past district governors, my dear Dr. Shantaram Shetty, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to be here in presence of all of you. Sincerely grateful to Arun Shetty. Arun had one request. Ayanathu Tulutu jina Kannadar Patarudundu. Tupan, Yetapunundu. When you land on the aero bridge of Bangalore airport, you see this welcome. Welcome to the city of goodness. And this has been my experience every visit to Bangalore. The warmth and the personal touch that I get in this city is par excellence. It beats anything. Arun had another trust. He never gave me a topic. The topic I want you to guess. What is that which is common to all of us? I will ask you another question. Why have you come here? To all the organizers here, why have you organized this meeting? The question is, why do we do whatever we do? Only one reason. There is a hope that by doing this activity or coming for this meeting, I will be happy. Isn't it? There is one reason why we do whatever we do. In Sanskrit, it is said, all our activities are directed towards Sukha Prapti or Dukkha Nivritti. Please advance next slide, please. All our activities, if I don't come for this meeting, I will be in trouble. Sometimes we come for that reason also, no? Some of us get up early. Why? Because we want to be happy. Some people sleep late on a Sunday. Some people eat more, others fast for only one reason. Some people get married because they want to be happy. Others will remain single for the same reason. A married person may decide to undergo a divorce for happiness. A monk may decide to get married for the sake of happiness. So ultimately, all our activities are directed towards happiness. Next slide, please. So normally we look for happiness in three things. We look for people whom we love, certain objects. All of us like our gadgets. Our master of ceremony says, put off your mobile for some time. You know, we can't do without checking our messages. So we love objects, we love people, we love certain situations, certain relationships. But I want you to give you one example where there are no objects, no persons, no situations, and yet we are very happy. And that is when we are fast asleep. When we are fast asleep, no objects, no persons, no situations, but still we are happy. Next, on waking up, what happens? Suddenly, we realize what time it is. Because when we are asleep, we had no sense of time. Where am I? And then you get identified with this body and all the problems come. The question is, when we are fast asleep, we are happy without anything. When we wake up, we have so many things, but with so many things, we have so many problems also. Is it possible, therefore, that I am awake, but I can be as happy as I was in deep sleep? Can you see the picture around the brain? You know, when we wake up, who wakes up? Our mind wakes up. When we are fast asleep, our mind is asleep. When we wake up, our mind is awake. When mind is awake, time is born, space is born, body identification is born. When Arjuna broke down in the battlefield, Krishna wanted him to get back early in the second chapter. One of the first advice of Sri Krishna was, Matra sparshasu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkadaya agama pahino anityaha tam stitikshasva bharata. O Arjuna, you have to be mentally strong. Mentally strong means Our mind is our greatest supercomputer. We talk of artificial intelligence. This is natural intelligence. Our natural intelligence, can I be the master of it every moment? And that is my topic. Sometimes you see a situation like this when a person is taking a dog for a walk. The question is, who is taking whom for a walk? Whenever we get angry or upset, we see our mind is taking us for a ride. Next one, please. I will tell you a story. This is a story of a father and a son. A father was playing with his little 4-year-old boy, and suddenly he gets a phone call from somebody. He says, "Can you quickly resend that message? I'm not able to find it. It is very critical. I want that message." Now, older children, you can explain. Small children, what to tell them? So he gives a map of the world, tears it into 4 pieces, tells the little boy, "I want you to put the world in place, and I promise you, the moment you put the world in place, I will play with you." So the boy was working on the jigsaw. He knew the world map. In no time, he was able to put the world in place. And the father was amazed. He says, "Sonny, how did you do it?" And the boy says, "Papa, behind the picture of the world map you gave me was a picture of a man. I put the man together because I knew one thing for sure. If the man is okay, the world is okay." What do you mean by the man or the woman is okay? If my mind is okay, if I am able to control my emotions, if I am able to control, that is why Sri Krishna early in the Bhagavad Gita said, you have to be mentally strong. In all life situations, we tend to break down. Breakdown happens, but if you are mentally strong, we can discover a breakthrough in every breakdown. And therefore, next one please, we have to find what is this shortcut to happiness. When you work in hospital, when you see so much of human suffering, every day we see extremes of human suffering. Sometimes we have to do extensive surgeries for cancers, and people are not able to swallow. They are fed by tube feeding. And then after a lot of reconstructive surgery, after months of tube feeding, they are kept alive by tube feeding. They have never tasted food. And when they taste food for the first time, you should see their reaction. Next one, please. My question to you is, are happy people grateful or grateful people happy? What do you mean by happy people? Those who are blessed with all the good things in the world, are they likely to be happy? Or those who are grateful, are they happy? The answer is evident. You should see that boy who was fed after 3 months for the first time. He drank a little soup, and his video will show his smile from one ear to another. And he was so excited to be able to taste food and eat. We take all this for granted. The shortcut to happiness is answer this question. Can we be grateful and miserable at the same time? We cannot be grateful and miserable. And therefore the question is, can I count my blessings? What is a gift? A gift is something we value. A gift is something that has been given freely. Supposing somebody, I say, can you bring this thing when you come from abroad, and I'm paying him the money, it is not a gift. So 2 things. It has been given to you freely, and it is something we value. And what is this that all of us have, and in fact we have it all the time, which is perhaps one of our greatest gift. Next one, please. The question is, what is our greatest gift? Next, I'll give you a multiple choice. Is it our body? Is it our mind? Is it our family? Is it our friends? Is it our possession? Is it our profession? Or is it something more, which is something we have all the time, and which is the greatest gift that we all have? What is the title of this whole program? ANSHI. See, what is the greatest gift we have from God is this moment. Can you experience this moment? what have we done to experience this moment? If we rush through life, we cannot experience this moment. The gift of being able to live life moment to moment. Friends, all the great masters say, if you learn to live life moment to moment to moment, that is the greatest gift. A certain person was referred to a psychiatrist. He's sitting on the psychiatrist's couch and the psychiatrist asks him, what is your problem? He says, I really do not know why I have been referred to you, because I have no problems. I have a good job, a very high paying job, an excellent boss who gives me all the freedom, a very loving and caring spouse, well-disciplined children, excellent health, lots of money. Suddenly the psychiatrist gets a little alarmed. He takes his notepad and comes to him and says, since how long have you been in this condition? Friends, if you tell somebody you are happy, you are sent to a mental hospital. You are sent to a psychiatrist. But actually, if you live life moment to moment, if you learn the technique of living 100% in this moment, to be able to relish this moment as a gift. Life is in living. It is not in thinking. Most of our time goes into what is called psychological time. I'm physically here, but I'm thinking somewhere here. That is what Sri Krishna says, Matra Sparsha Su Kaunteya. Oh Arjuna, we have to live in this moment. If I'll miss this moment because I have some other engagement, I'm thinking about that, the Lord says, don't worry, you will get another moment, but can you live in that moment? Because whenever you live in that moment, one reason why we are not able to live in this moment is we rush through life. So the message is consciously go slow. Once Jesus was asked, how will heaven be like? And you know the answer Jesus gave, there will be no time. Have you ever experienced those moments when you enjoy doing something, 100% involved in something, how time flies when you are with somebody whom you love? So the question I want to ask you is, are we looking at grateful moments or grateful living? Let me give you a clarity, or what is luxury and what is need. Sometimes it might have happened that you are traveling international and because it is overbooked, you get an upgrade to first class or business class. You have not paid for it, but you have got business class or first class. Will you not enjoy? So that is what is luxury. A luxury is something, when you have it, you enjoy. But next time you don't have it, it does not matter. What is a need? A need is something, without that I cannot live, I cannot function. Without electricity, we cannot function. Electricity is a need. Without health, we cannot function. Health is a need. Now, the secret of living happily all the time, believe me, this is a great secret. If I can convert my needs to luxury. What do you mean by convert my need to luxury? How lucky I am, I can speak. How lucky I am, I can hear. I can walk, I can talk, I can live this moment. These are all my needs. But if I can treat my needs as luxury, so whenever we are happy, we have no sense of time. We are living 100% in that moment. Why we are not able to live every moment? I have few questions for you. At this moment, one question to you is, what is that I give a lot of importance to? Do I give importance to cleanliness, punctuality, discipline? Do I give importance to my children, my spouse, health, money, profession? What is that I give a lot of importance to? And you know the answer? Painful but true. Whatever we give a lot of importance to, that is the cause of all our problems in our life. Whom should we give more importance to? Give more importance to your own well-being, your state of mind. If I give importance to everything else other than the state of mind, I cannot be happy in this moment because I'm giving importance to something else. This is one. Second is minimize speaking to others. More important, avoid speaking to yourself. So often, even as we are sitting here, our mind is constantly talking to ourselves. Another reason why we cannot be happy is, this is a great aphorism given by a great guru, there is no need to prove anything to anybody. Whenever we are trying to prove something to somebody, it is the function of the ego, and ego represents edging God out. Finally, keep your mind engaged. Problem is not that I don't have time. Problem is that I have too much time. Whenever you have too much time, the mind, that's why you find something or the other to keep yourself engaged. And finally, I have some news which is true but not good news. Are you ready for that? Never expect happiness from children. If your children give you happiness, you are blessed. It is our expectation of happiness from children which is the cause of all our problems. You know, children, Khalil Gibran has said, your children are not your children. They have come to you through God. Like in a train compartment, they come with you for some time. They have their own lives. And therefore, if they give you happiness, you are blessed. But if I expect happiness, that is the cause of all my problems and lack of happiness. I will conclude with one nice poem and one more story. It goes like this. I have never made a fortune, and it is probably too late now, but I don't worry about that much. I am happy anyhow. Next one, please. I have never made a fortune, and it's probably too late now. I don't worry about that much. I am happy anyhow. And as I go along life's ways, I'm reaping better than I sowed. I'm drinking from my saucer cause my cup has overflowed. This is my wish to all of you. Next one. So there is a nursery rhyme, and if you want, if you can repeat after me, the time to be happy is now. The place to be happy is here. The way to be happy is just be happy and to create a heaven right here. There is no technique. It is just the decision that I'm going to be happy. Whatever work we have, can we do it as Ishwara Arpana? From the time of the morning till we sleep, you know, this is the secret of happiness. And I have in front of me the great Dr. Shantaram Shetty. You know, he does not have to accomplish anything else in his life, but still from morning to evening, committed to patience and service. Why do we do that? You know, if you live your life as whatever action I do it as an offering to God, and then you are doubly blessed with happiness. I'll conclude with one beautiful story from Sant Kabir. This story has transformed my life. It can transform your life. Kabir went in search of God. He went to Kaaba, he went to Kailash. He could not find God. And because he could not find God, he said, let me do one technique. Let me mimic God. And how to mimic God? Number one, to be silent. No internal dialogue. Are you speaking to yourself? To be silent, to experience this moment. To be very sensitive to this moment. To be loving. What is love? You know, I spoke about karma yoga. Jesus had made a nice prayer, you know. He says, God is love. And he has said, whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. Whatsoever you do to the least of my sisters, that you do unto me. That means, this is called love as identification. Treat thy neighbor as thyself. This is what is called true love. If you are silent, if you are aware, if you are loving, and if you are celebrative, if you are so happy, Kabir said one thing, When I was silent, when I was aware, I was loving and I was celebrative, the need to look for God disappeared. In fact, he heard a voice from God saying, Kabir, where are you? Oh Kabir, where are you? God will come in search of you. Thank you very much.